Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. Wanted to bring this one to you because there is some confusing data within the stock market currently. If we look here, all the indices that I currently follow, not currently, but typically follow on a daily basis, the S&P 500, which gives you kind of the best broad description of how the economy was today, is up 1%, which is a good move for the S&P 500. It doesn't typically move a full percentage point. The Dow Jones was up 0.9, which is very, very bullish. The Dow especially doesn't typically move full percentage points just because of how big of an index it is. The NASDAQ went up 1.3%, which is a good move for the NASDAQ. And the Russell 2000 was also up. So a great day for the indices, all green, no mixed results. But if we look into some of the EV players, such as Tesla today, all of them were down. Well, Tesla actually pulled positive for the day. At most points in the day, it was negative, only moving up 0.9%, and going down 0.1 already after hours. But if we look at some of the Chinese EV players, such as NIO, had a 3% move down, almost 4%. I think it was down over 5% today. It went down under $35 to $34. Still fairly rich market capitalization of $58 billion compared to where they at currently with their sales in China. If we look at Li Auto, which is another automaker in China, which sells electronic vehicles, which are all backed by the government there, the market capitalization fell under 20. I think that happened just today with the substantial move of 6% down, almost 7. This stock has become starting to become intriguing to me. I already have a position in this in the teens, but at this level, I'm looking to add more just because of how cheap it has gotten compared to their current success based off of selling cars already in China. And if we look at the third player, XPeng, these are kind of like the whole or XPeng. I'm not sure quite how you say it, but these are kind of the holy trinity of EV stocks in China. These are kind of the most popular and what retail traders tend to go towards. If we look here, there was a 4.5% downward move today, over 5% at certain points, went under $31 and went to $30.61 at its lows. Market capitalization just fell under $25 billion, which is starting to become very attractive. If this were to fall towards 20, I would have to think about adding more to my position, as I am currently in all three of these Chinese EV players, because I believe that they will grow substantially over time due to electronic vehicles and the China market growing rapidly as more and more people break out of poverty and move into the middle class. But in most EV plays today, we're down. CCIV, I'm pretty sure, was down today too. Down 7%, almost hitting that under $20. If we look here, the market capitalization is still off because this company has yet to complete its merger with Lucid. I think the ticker symbol will be Lucid once this does go through. I'm not quite sure the merger date. If anyone does know, please let me know in the comments section below. But I believe it will be happening sometime this year. But the current market capitalization is somewhere, I think it's around $30 million. Or it's anywhere from $30 to $40 billion, which is still quite high considering that they are pre-revenue and have no cars on the road and no real orders, only interest in them. Because you cannot take pre-orders into electronic vehicles, even if they do have money put down on them, you cannot count them as real orders. They are still just kind of there to gauge interest on how much demand there will be for the product, which kind of helps them determine how much supply to allocate for the cars. But what is going on with the EV sector and a lot of the other retail trading stocks? My thoughts are that this was a big rotation day. A lot of people are moving out of the EV sector and kind of taking their profits as they have doubled up, maybe tripled up, or even quadrupled up in some of these names. So they're taking a risk-off sort of mentality and saying, hey, there's a good amount of opportunities in this market, and I need some liquidity, which always is the most important thing when it comes to investing. I think I will do a full video on liquidity in the future, just based off of how important it is to people and their portfolios. But people needed liquidity because they are seeing opportunities in the market as the market starts to rotate and flip, because we have been on a downward trend the past couple months. And people are starting to just take some profits in these companies as they start really kind of diving into their evaluations. People are starting to realize, hey, why am I still invested in this stock that is considered overvalued by most people that I know, most analysts, and most people that go on TV? Why am I still holding this stock? If I'm up on it, they're thinking that they might take some profits. But I have no issues with this. I actually encourage it. Please sell out of it. Give me all your shares. I will gladly take them. Because all this does, if you are a long-term investor like I am, I'm not looking to sell any stock under a year due to the short-term capital gains tax. But that is not a hard line that I set. If a stock has overrun its value within less than a year, by all means, I will sell it. I've had my thoughts about selling completely out of Playboy, even though I will be taxed quite heavily for it, just because of the substantial move it has made. And that's just one example. But you really got to take each and every stock at an individual basis. But like I was saying, all of this just creates great buying opportunities for long-term investors. So the stock goes down and you're able to get a much cheaper price. So if we do look at here, if we look at NEO, I know that a popular price target for this is somewhere around $100, or maybe a little bit less, around 80 or 120. But if we do $100, that is about a triple up from here. A triple up in the market capitalization would be around $180 billion, which is still very rich if we're looking at even a 3-year outlook. Because if we look here, cars sold by NEO, they have only sold 43,000 cars in 2020. So if they're able to double that, they would get up to 100,000 cars, but still quite low on total amount of cars. Obviously, they're a car company. The car equals their revenue. So if you are looking to invest in these companies, I might suggest waiting a little bit, seeing if they fall a little bit more due to the weakness in the market and the rotation around these electronic vehicle makers due to their valuations. But if they continue to drop, maybe if this drops below 50 billion, I might consider it a buy. But definitely stay tuned, and I will make a video on it if it does. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, subscribe and like, and let me know a comment you have in the comment section below. Come again.